Hi, thank you so much for joining. I'm Canute, and today we'll be talking about fear. Yes, fear. Fear of launching out, fear of doing things, fear of committing, whether it's to a mix, whether it's to a production, an idea. We all face this as time as producers. We face fear. We face what will people think? What will people say? How will they receive it? Will it ever be received? And in today's modern world, we'll see how it's trending, what people are saying, and all that stuff. But I'm here to tell you, if God placed this in your heart, if you got this idea, do it. You have to. Don't have the fear of wondering what people are going to say. And even when you do it and they don't get it, that's fine. Do it. Because that's what we're built for. That's what we're here for. As creatives, we sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, but you don't know what's for somebody that's out there. You don't know if the piece of music is going to stop somebody from committing suicide or just giving up. So don't have the fear and wondering what people are going to say. Just do it. Commit. I had a big fear when I was coming up in this business, this music business. 20 plus years ago, I had the biggest fear ever, the fear of patching. I was at this recording studio, brand new, Showers of Blessings recording studio, wonderful studio, state of the art, owned by Grace Trillers. And when I went into the studio, I was in awe. It was racks and racks of gear and this big old console at the time. And Topaz, the console, and I just didn't know how it worked. And so I dug in and I started reading the manuals and getting in and being on sessions and stuff. Several months would pass, about 6 months I started taking my own session, and then came the artist asking for me to patch. May I have this reverb on my vocals? And I didn't know what to do. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the patch. And then one day we were on a break and I was heading back to the studio and I was just bogged down. And I said to Rowan Dwyer, I said, I can't get this patch thing. And he simplified it for me. He said, think about it as if you're leaving your home. You're point A to point B. Wherever you go, you must come back. And he simplified it and I did it. And so I began to explore. And so what I did was, in that time, I had a book similar to this one. And I used to write down all the patches. My mentor, Chris Daly, would come in and mix at night, and I would be his assistant. And when he leaves and when he prints the mix and I'll be there to do my duties, I would take up my book and I'd write down every patch Chris had made. Every single one, every patch. And I studied it. And I overcame that fear. Years later, I'd have fear of production and what people would say and all that stuff. But I'm here to tell you, it's not real. Commit to the idea you have. Commit to the mix you have. And just know this, it's your expression and you were given by God this expression. Don't waste another moment wondering what people think, because it makes no sense and you are standing in somebody's way of exploring themselves. I want to thank Chris Daly for mentoring me. I want to thank Carl Ayton. I want to thank Rohan Dwyer. I want to thank Gavin Brown, all the Brown family. I want to thank Mr. Willis. I want to thank the Nugents. I want to thank so many people for believing in me that I could be sitting here talking to you today. And I still have fears, I still have some, but I pushed through because I remember that first day that I was afraid of something. What will people think? What will people say? So I want to thank all the people that stood by me. And I'm going to take this time to say thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you to my parents and my siblings. I thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, pardon me. And I want to say, go do it. Because if you don't do it, you're stopping the progress of somebody else, and you're stopping the world. Thank you so much for joining today in my world. See you next time.